Hey guys, it's Kusi. I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm addicted.
You're joking.
Ever since the expansion launched, I got completely lost in this new world that so far checked every box on my personal list. New beautiful zones that not only feel new, but also got some of the most incredible aesthetics this game ever produced, paired with some lovely designed side quests that will tickle your emotions in all kind of ways, and just because those things aren't already cool itself, we got so much more. Gathering is fun again because everybody started at zero and you can't just power farm profession skill points as they are time gated for you. You can explore Hellfall, which hands down has to be the most phenomenal zone ever created. Man, I could go on and on about this game and its beauty, but that's not why we're here, are we?
No?
Instead, I talk to you about the juice, the gameplay, and the actual carnage that will unleash very soon upon us. And more specifically, I want to talk about the class and spec I had by far the most fun in the first 2 weeks. Protection Warrior currently absolutely annihilates everything in dungeons, and it will continue to do so with the upcoming season. The sheer base damage Warrior has in this expansion finally gets some ridiculous PP enlargement to the point where you will have to apologize to your neighbor for all kinds of sus noises you make.
I just nutted everywhere!
So make sure to hit the like button if you want to see more of these types of videos, and make sure to subscribe when you're also looped up for season 1. #no pause. Also, let me know what zone or quest chain you enjoyed so far while leveling, because I know for a fact that you are more than just a dungeon spammer. So what did change? Well, partly it's this new phase of a fresh expansion, which leads to base damage getting more of a light to shine. Usually all melee favor this phase of an expansion, but Prot Warrior is on another level when it comes to playing dungeons right now. I am telling you, this is beyond stupid, and I will show you all about how you can whoop out some big DPS while also occasionally sending out the casual 3 million hit with our new big damage ability. However, before you pause this video to tell your friends you found some random German dumbass who thinks he figured out the cheat code while saying, "Oh, but this only works in heroic dungeons because..." Let me stop you right there. You are wrong, sister.
You are dead wrong.
It will work in Mythic as well as Mythic Plus. It's a highly offensive, highly aggressive build. Offensive is what I am when I play FIFA.
Oh my fucking god, what is the goalie doing? Fucking the race is a cunt!
This will absolutely work, because as the difficulty of dungeons progresses, so will our gear. Now, any more questions? Yeah, what's your zodiac? Shut up. First, this is the build. To squeeze out the potential of almost unlimited DPS in the millions, we first need to make sure we have the right talents set for us. Mandatory are pretty much all perks that will grant revenge damage, all of them besides barbaric training, because even though it does increase the damage of revenge, the rage costs are too much and deem it unworthy. However, you technically can take it as long as there's no Mythic Plus, because you pretty much only spam revenge anyways till enemies start to hurt. So feel free to make the choice. Furthermore, we do need booming voice, because that is just insane. The way this works is, after every damage increase we got through avatar, trinket perks or just talent perks, all of that gets increased by 20% to all affected targets. Straight up insane. I'd also bet that going for Thunderlord just to be able to spam Demo Shout more often would be beneficial. However, I'm currently testing around with the AoE kick from Disrupting Shout, as this is pretty much our only gathering tool, at least for enemy casters. On the survivability and the selfie side of things, Fueled by Violence is a must-have, because that healing for our doings right now will be kinda stupid. And then furthermore, to get the most out of constant damage at every pull, we do spec into Thunderous Roar, plus both of his perks. Don't forget, more deep wounds damage means more heal from Fueled by Violence.
Quick maths!
For stats, I won't go over this too much, as for this current preseason, just go for item level. If you can choose, tanks usually like to go for haste and verse to reduce some damage taken and potentially make the gameplay more fluent and clean with faster button pressing. But main stat is Bay obviously, and it will be naughty regardless. And last but not least, we're talking about the hero talents. This feature is new with the War Within, and I'm having a blast to play around and find out on so many different classes already. However, one that hooked me even in the beta months ago was Colossus. Not only is that the name they gave me in school because I was a little bit overweight in puberty. It's okay, I'm over it. It's also the current nickname of your mama. Sorry man, I'm still salty from when my stream was trashing me for playing Assassin Rogue. He's not using Garrett. Dude, I can't, there's a cooldown on it. I can't stealth because your donkey ass keeps pulling and I'm in combat all the time. Where was I? Oh yeah, hero talents. Colossus. I absolutely love this tree for multiple reasons. First, dude, ignore pain 15%? Insane. Just kidding. Demolish for one is an absolute satisfying and enjoyable ability to press. This bitch hurts, like hurts. And alongside this ability that will easily annihilate packs while doing up to 3 million damage on up to 5 targets each, the passive perks are where it's at. Wherever we use Shield Slam, Execute and Revenge on 3 targets, we do receive a stack of Colossal Might, which ironically was the name of... Sorry, I need to stop this. This buff increases the damage of our next Demolish by 10%, and with the capstone of this tree, this will go up to 10 stacks. Already huge, but that's not the best part. For each stack, Revenge also hits for 10% more. Period. 10 flippin' percent. That's 100% for those of you that were just staring at your classmates' tits during math class. And it doesn't end there. You want more revenge damage? You got it, chief. Another 5% per target hit, so 25% pretty much on every trash pull. Another 20% with practice strikes. And just to butter your egg roll Diddy style, we got 10% more crit damage to juice around. Now, granted, we don't crit much this early in the expansion, but still, if you pull 10 plus mobs, there's some crits about to happen. Oh yeah, right. Demolish also increases all damage done to the affected targets by 2% per stacks if you want some extra juice. Which means, with 6 or potentially 7 revenge damage amps, as well as the 20% damage taken after tagging everybody with Demo Shout, this is where all the magic happens. And again, I fully believe, 100%, guaranteed Kusi seal of approval that this will do the same for you in Mythic and lower Mythic Plus runs once they come out. It's all about gear scaling, and I'll prove my point later, don't you worry big boy. So the core idea is to pull as many as you can, while preferably thunderclapping them to put a bleed up, and to hit them with revenge to stack up deep wounds for the damage and the self heal too. And the most important information you need here is, it's very important to limit test yourself. Don't just go in like a dumbass without pressing any defensive just cause you've seen it in a video. With that being said, let me show you what I'm doing to pump enough damage to even keep Furies of ripping aggro. While gathering the first mobs, I make sure to gain some rage due to charge and shield slam, so I'm able to put up bleeds on everybody with revenge. Because again, those bleeds will heal me, but they will also give me so much rage that I can just spam ignore pain and revenge on big pulls. And then continue the clap, as well as the revenge on every pack. So here's where you have to make a decision. Depending on the dungeon, it's recommended to potentially hide behind a wall which makes rangers and caster follow you to ensure big pack stacks. Now keep in mind, if you hide from enemies, you most likely hide from a healer too, so always be mindful of that. Use a defensive, potentially use Impending Victory for self-heal and put shield blocker. You can live forever on your own, just use your cooldowns. Once you ensured safety for yourself, you whip out the Ravage, and when most of them call up, Demo Shout into Dragon's Roar will do mad damage. After that, spam the ever-living hell out of Revenge. Feel free to also use Demolish just because you get them stacks back so quickly anyways, and while Demo Shout is still going, that thing will hit everything like crazy. I even did 2 mil crits during leveling on the warrior, so only imagine how high this will end up during Mythic Plus. 5 to 6 mil crits easily in the reach of the first season, no doubt in my mind. Oh yeah, remember when I said I'm testing the AoE kick that warriors have? Look at this!
Oh my god!
Isn't that cool? And that's already the whole gameplay. I told you it's for idiots. But now, since you got the basics down, it's time for the adjusting with more gear and more experience. Limit test. Figure out pulls because, remember, when it comes to trash mobs, Mythic Zero will do the same as Heroic. No extra abilities to be mindful of. Only bosses will change in Mythic, so maybe don't pull too much trash on them. You maybe survive the pull, but the party most likely won't. But now I can hear you say, Kusi, this is a bad example. You're geared as hell and you're also hung like a horse. And you are right about one thing. However, let me introduce you to the newly lowered version, 541 item level. More than 30 item level below the items that drop in Heroic, and also 10 item level below the threshold of you being able to actually queue for Heroic in the first place. And the following dungeon is 100% with that very gear. Lesser gear obviously means you need to be more aware of the pulls, your healer and your cooldowns. I also chose Stormvault as a showcase because of the big pulls, as this one has to be one of the better ones, and it's also a Mythic Plus dungeon for Season 1. And while I simply show you the bigger trash pulls in here, let me quickly talk to you about playing Prot in a more difficult setting. I absolutely believe that Colossus is so much more effective when doing content that your gear is either equal or ahead of. However, if we decide to potentially do Heroic raids or even Mythic Plus runs that your gear may not recommend, then Mountain Tane could be your choice. Even though it's also mainly focused on doing damage, it has more of a defensive touch to it, with less damage taken and a lot random avatar procs to potentially save your plate wearing booty once or twice in a run. Overall, both hero talents look very good on the performance side of things. While Mountain Tane is mainly passive, Colossal gives you another very impactful button to press to also push your single target by a lot. But that will be it for this video, so again, if you enjoyed it and watched it to the end, I mean, come on, do the right thing. With that being said, I'm very excited to get into the first season and even the week before to finally dip my crusty toes into Mythic 0. And, of course, I'm also excited for the upcoming Zero to Hero, our first of many during the war within. But for now, I wish you the most fantastic day whenever you see this. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.